Just to be sure, there's a spoiler. Sheldon's absence from Georgie and Mandy's first marriage season 1 helped the Young Sheldon spinoff find its footing, but it also set in motion one heartbreaking story that returned repeatedly in The Big Bang Theory. First marriage, sharing many of its characters with Young Sheldon, made distancing itself from the parent series extremely necessary, especially in regard to Sheldon Cooper. Sheldon's centrality in The Big Bang Theory first and Young Sheldon later meant Georgie and Mandy would have been the first spin-off whose focus wasn't on the socially inept genius at all. This made TBBT. The Big Bang Theory always attributed a different reason to Sheldon's disdain for each holiday, with only Halloween being a happy occasion because of how acceptable it was for the gang to get dressed up as their favorite superheroes, even doing so as a team. However, the reasoning behind Sheldon's opposition to celebrating Thanksgiving becomes sadder after first marriage season 1. Sheldon's initial refusal to celebrate Thanksgiving in The Big Bang Theory season 7. Episode 9 was motivated by his wish to keep to his traditions, which included complaining about Leonard's food rather than a party at Mrs. Wolowitz. Young Sheldon season 2, episode 9, its only Thanksgiving episode, already showed how the holiday wasn't necessarily a happy one for the Coopers. Georgie and Mandy's first marriage season 1, episode 5 kept this unfortunate tradition alive at the beginning, with Mary not wanting to celebrate Thanksgiving. However, the day ended heartwarmingly because of Georgie, Missy, season 1. Episode 5 sadly highlighted his inevitable estrangement from the Coopers. While Mary kept being in his life, Georgie and Missy rarely appeared. Their disconnection is addressed repeatedly in TBBT, but seeing the Coopers grieve George together makes it especially heartbreaking, knowing that Sheldon never had the chance to experience that with his family. Sheldon's prospective first marriage visit is doomed to set up his separation from the Coopers. Georgie and Mandy's first marriage being set right after Young Sheldon makes seeing the Coopers grieve for George Sheldon to his core, with him rehashing his last conversation with his father repeatedly. Moving to California made dismissing the loss easier, as it projected Sheldon toward his future, and how Sheldon spoke of George in TBBT highlighted that he focused on their relationship's less emotional aspects. While The Big Bang Theory's timeline couldn't show what the immediate aftermath of George Sr.'s death was like for Sheldon, first marriage can, whenever Sheldon returns in the Young Sheldon spinoff. Sheldon and the rest of the Coopers' different approach to grieving George will likely be even more evident, along with Sheldon's transformation in the TBBT version of the character. This will sadly make Sheldon's prospective visit to Georgie and Mandy's first marriage even more heartbreaking, as the separation between him and the Coopers will have to be evident, or his finding his chosen family could not have happened as it did in The Big Bang Theory. Thanks for watching.